Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
For jobs and positions. This is a chapter which is very close to recruitment. This is the base chapter to understand, and then you will be able to get into recruitment without any issues. Let me share my screen. But before that, before I get into that particular section, can anybody help me understand what is the recruitment process generally? You see, in your organization, wherever you are working or you are a recruiter, then what do you see basically? At first, we need to understand the position, I mean requirement, and then we need to create a job description. That's fine. And then, based on that, we need to post requirement in different job portals like an event to our requirement. Based on that, we need to call the candidates and we need to schedule the interviews. You're doing it, you're telling absolutely. We're doing interviews and then we need to shortlist the candidates. And that time we need to look after, I mean, their pay scale as well, whether it is suitable for our budget or not. If everything, I mean, candidate skills and the pay, and then we'll proceed for further, I mean, giving an offer. This is a process. You know what you said? It to me is basically a process. Now, every recruitment process revolves around this. And all the organization follows the approach that they can go ahead and hire people who is basically required. There are two aspects of recruitment. We all have to understand that. What are these two aspects of recruitment? Two aspects of recruitment: internal and external. Internal one is external. That is correct. Now, when I talk about internal aspect, it is not internal recruitment. You know, you're not putting an IGP. I'm not talking about that. There is an internal process that needs to be built before we go ahead and build it for an external person. All those things we have to discuss. First of all, we need to understand the complete recruitment process. Candidate perspective. When you see a job opening, let's say I'm looking for a job and I'm looking for a job opening. When the job opening comes into the portal and let's say I'm searching at that point of time, I'm searching for a job profile which is suiting my nature of job that I have been doing. What will happen in that case? I will go through the job description and I feel that this job is suiting me. And I'll prepare a resume according to the job profile and I will apply. That is a candidate's perspective. That is an external perspective that I was talking about. Now let's talk about an internal perspective. What are the process that we have to follow internally? Suppose I am a manager and in my team I need to work the consultants. If I need to work the consultants, how will I hire them? Hiring is not my responsibility, but there must be a hiring team or a recruitment team who is responsible for this activity. As a hiring manager, I will go ahead and create a job description. And I will send that job description to the recruitment team. Whoever will be the recruitment lead or recruitment manager, they will get this request and they will assign a recruiter to work with my team or with me. And they will help me in hiring somebody. Yes, as a hiring manager, my responsibility is to provide the job description and the budget. That how much is the budget for the particular job details. Those two things, I will be providing it to the recruitment team. Now these details will go to the recruitment team. Now, if the recruitment team is trained on Workday, which is really good, there is no problem. They will be able to create the job profile. They will be able to link it with the job description. Then the job description will be linked to the job family. And then finally, they will link those job profile with a position which will be in my supervisory organization. Because I will have to open 2 positions to hire people. When those 2 positions are open, they will link the job profile to those positions. Now these things have to be configured within inside Word. And that's the reason we say it as internal perspective. These are the background process. Any recruitment team or the recruiter, or if they are not trained in Workday, then they'll reach out with the Workday consultant who will help them configure all these things in the system. That's the place where our role comes into picture. Let's say I'm in a workplace support team working with them. A recruiter is not trained, then they might reach out to me. Can you help me configure these job profiles? Because these are things which is required. Does it make sense? I hope you understand it. Yes. These are the 2 perspectives, internal and external. Both have to work hand in hand. Once your internal processes are created, then only someone from outside can apply for the job. If the internal processes are not there, then they will not be able to apply. These are the things I wanted to explain, and this gives you the complete perspective of the recruitment process. Now, if you see on your screen, there is a set of job details that you are seeing. Let's say this is my sales department. And under sales department, I have a particular section which is called as account executive. Within account executive, I need to hire different account people. One would be account manager, then will be account executive, mid-market account executive, public sector. And then there is another department which is solution engineering team. And from there I'm hiring solution engineer. Their responsibility will be to help the salespeople, the account executive, to sell the product by building demos. As per the problem, which customer tells that this is a problem which I'm facing, I will use some product and I'll build a demo. I'll display it to the customer and they will be able to sell the product. In this solution engineering team, you could have senior solution engineer, principal solution engineer. Now, these are all different job profiles. There is one more department which talks about portfolio sales management. There we have a job profile of portfolio sales manager. What do you see? There is a relationship between a job family, a job profile, and the job family group. These are three entities which is very, very important to understand. Every organization will have a department, and as per the department, they will create a job family group or a job category. Some company use job family group, some company uses job category, depending upon how they want to use it. And a job family is linked with the job family group. A job family is basically a part of a job family group, and a job profile is a part of a job family. If I have to explain it in terms of sets, you would have learned sets in mathematics. If you have a little bit of idea of that, what is the set and what is subset? We can consider that sale is a superset. Account executive, solution, engineering, portfolio, sales management, these are all sets. And the job profiles that you see like account manager, account executive or solution engineer or portfolio sales manager, these are all your subset of the job family. This relationship is very important to set up in the system in the tenant to configure the job profiles. That when you hire, they are in the proper department and they are linked to the correct positions. If these things are not configured properly, then the hiring will be a big problem. Does that make sense? Are you getting my point? That's excellent. Now what we are going to do is we are going into the tenant and I will, help you to see a live site, guys. Now, this live site is of a company called Salesforce. Have you heard about this company? Salesforce uses Workday as their recruitment portal. And let me show it to you. It will be easy for you to understand that. Here, I was going through this site, Salesforce site, and then I realized that there is a portal which is being used by them. You see this site, a portal basically where you see the name of the company, Salesforce. But if you look at this URL, it says salesforce.workdayjobs.com/external career site. In the recruitment module, when you go there, you will have to set up these portals. That's the reason I said that is an advanced part. But I'm just giving you an idea. This external career portal, internal career portal, all these things we have to set up. That I can make sure that the jobs are available and it will be available to all the people, whether they are internal employees or external employees. I will be able to, the team is able to help them apply for jobs if they are looking for. You see this option, which is job category. And I was explaining that in the job category, you will have all the departments: sales, customer support, products and technology, finance, MuleSoft, whatever it is. And if you click on more, there may be more departments. What does that indicate? It indicates that, as I stated earlier, some company uses job category family group. Job category family group. Company use job family group. Now this company is using job categories, and according to that they have defined their departments. Then you have the location country. Now, what is this location country? This is the place where your job is existing. When we configure the job profile, we'll have to specify which country is that job located. United States, Ireland, India, UK. And then you have a particular location. From where this location is going to come. This will come from your supervisory organization because you will be creating positions in your supervisory organization. Correct. Are you getting the point? Every supervisory organization will have a location because that is your primary location. And then what kind of job is that? Is it a full-time or part-time? You can see it's a full-time or part-time. Or is this a permanent job? Is this a contractor job? Is it internship? What exactly is this? All these things have to be defined in the system when you create a job profile. Now you see, let's say we took an example of sales. I'll just try to check this box. And I'll try to find account executive. You see how many account executive things you are getting. 1, 2, 3, 4. But these are all different job profiles. Account executive commerce / enterprise. Account executive Italian speaking account executive. Enterprise account executive high tech accounts. Senior account executive travel and transportation. Who are these? These are all different job profiles, but they come under one job family, which is account executive. Does that make sense? This is how, in real time, also this is linked together. This is the advantage of putting the relationship in such a way that when you display the job also to the people, they will be able to understand maybe this is the job profile and this is the job family. They can get an idea, but it does not matter. But I'm just showing you an example. And again, the job family group will be sales. I hope you are able to understand the concept now. We need first of all 3 tabs. Why I'm saying we need 3 tabs? The first thing I'm going to create is job family group. This is my task. And these dates play a very important role, guys. If you're selecting date, you need to make sure that the family and family group has correlation. Let's say value7 underscore. Let's say sales itself, and see this is only the mandatory part. Rest the job family I haven't created yet. I'm not able to link it. I'll click on. My job family group is created. Sales is created. I'll click on that. My work is done. I'll close this. The next part. What am I going to create here? Jamili. Create job family. This is my next task. Now, once I go ahead, I'll have to choose the date wisely. I'll choose it today's date and go ahead and click on. Now job family name. Valisev_account executive. And now I have a job family group created. Here I link it to when my work is done. If I click on this job family group, I'll be able to see that. Job family is linked with this now. Now my job is done. I'll close this tab. Now my actual job will start, which is how do I create job? Here we have to understand this. All effective date. Click on. Now you see I have the job profile name and who will give me this information. From where will I get it? Hiring manager. In real time, this information will be given to me by a hiring manager. Let's use this one because this is a job profile. Anyways, I'll have to find a job profile. Let's use this one, account executive. Commerce Cloud. I'm just using it. There you go. Job code is and score. I'll not include the job code in the name, otherwise it will be difficult to find. But let's include it, to be honest, because if I try to search, I may get a lot of account executives. And then in the job title default, this is basically your designation, what your designation you're going to give. I'm giving the same designation. Now you see this option restrict to country, from where I'm going to get this value. You saw on the other screen the country, location country. The location country was mentioned. This value is going to come from this place. Let's say I'm going to hire in India. Now, these are the two things it will be predefined. One is your management level and one is your job level. Now, what is management level and what is job level? You have to understand this. In your organization, if you are a manager, which means at least one person would be reporting to you. Correct. You are in the beginning phase of the management level. You could be a supervisor, you could be a team lead, you could be a manager. Depends how the organization has kept that designation. We will not have idea. But you are an individual contributor. Individual contributor means somebody who does not own a team. Somebody who is reporting to a manager. But nobody is reporting to that person. That person is basically called as individual contributor. Now, an individual contributor does not mean that he or she will always be at the lowest level. On the management side, that may be the lowest level, but if you talk about the job level, the individual contributor may have 10 years, 15 years of work, X. That is defined by the job level. In the management level, I may be at the last part, which is individual contributor. But as per my experience, my job level will be very different from a fresher. Are you getting the point how exactly the things are done? Yes. Let's say account executive. Account executive would not be a manager or a director or a VP. That person will be an individual contributor. I am using individual contributor. But this job level, this is as per your grade in your company. Somebody who is 1 to 2 years of experience, you may put that in grade 1. Somebody who has got 3 to 4 years or 5 years of experience, you may put them in grade 2. And according to that, you may have grades. Let's see what is there in this system. We don't know. We'll try to see the job levels. What is just defined in the system? You see Global IT Director, Global Inc. IT Individual Contributor, UA Tester. That I don't need. Manager. Anything for sales. I don't see that. Global Inc. Sales Department. I'll just try to use this. Don't worry what the value I'm putting. But what you have to understand is the concept in the real time. You will have the real job level. Now you see it is asking for the job family, which means I will have to link my job family here. And you see my job family group is also coming and job family is also coming. This is the reason a lot of companies do not prefer to use job level. So job family group. Because there is a very loose relationship between a job family group and a job family. But we have created a job family, we will use that. And then you see this option where it says job category and it is not mandatory. If you are using a job family group, then putting job category is not mandatory. But if you're not using a job family group, then you can put a job category. Let's say I'll put something like sales. I have sales labor. I have it. I will use it. And then you see an option which says company insider type. This is something which is used at a very high level. You know, high level means if you are hiring somebody at a very high level where they have a decision making authority. You understand what is a decision making authority? Someone who is a V or SVP, they have rights to make or take certain decisions. They will have to declare that are they owning any shares of other company. This means if you are a person who was working in Oracle, I'm just giving you an example that if you are working in Oracle and if you were not able to declare that you own some stake in Oracle, and if you are joining a competitor company, for example, Microsoft, if you join Microsoft and you have not declared it that you own 1% or 2% of stake in your equities, then your job is at stake, guys, you know. All this verification have to happen. If you look into this, there may be certain values which would be there. Let's look at it. See United States Section 16 10% owner, United States Section 16 Board of Director Insider. If you are one of them, you will have to specify. Otherwise, if you join and then you are thought you know you get bored later, you will be terminated. This becomes very important if you go on a higher level. Now I'm just hiring an individual contributor for them. It is not necessary. I'll leave it blank. But if you have anything on a higher level, this may be asked, and in the interview questions also, you may be asked this particular term. What is the company insider type? There is just one question here. How are the values for this company insider type, or it's configured and worked? This is something which is pre-configured. That's what I said. This job level, management level, You will see these values already configured when you join any organization. And if your value is not there, then the security administrator who has got the access may change it, or you may need to raise a ticket with the workplace support team to make the changes. Got it. Thank you. Now you see this option which says a referral payment plan. Now what happens in this section? Suppose your organization wants people and they will ask you that please refer your friends, your family members that they can join the organization. And based on that, if you refer somebody and someone gets selected, and as per company policy someone gets selected, you are going to get a referral bonus. Let's say $500. And if the person works for 3 months there, you're going to get that amount. You are referring somebody and you're getting your earnings. That is a referral payment plan or referral bonus. You can create this plan through compensation allowance plan. You can create an amount-based plan and you can put it here. What is that? I will talk later when we go into that chapter. I'm not putting it because I don't think we have created that for the moment. If I just use anything, you will be confused. And then you have this option which says work shift required. Now let's say you are working in India, but your client or the customer is in US. Your office is in India, but you work for a customer which is in PST. Then in those cases, you will have to work according to customer time zone, which means you may start maybe at 9 p.m. IST and work till p.m. Sit. It's a complete night shift for you. That's a shift. You will still work for 9 hours only, but that will be in an odd time, which will be your client form. If it is a shift, then I'll put this. I'll check that. Does that make sense? All the next part is inactive. If you want to inactivate this job profile, you can edit and you can inactivate. But now we are creating it. I'm not going to inactivate. Then you have this option which says public job. If you want people to apply who is not part of your organization, then you have to keep this as public job that it can be posted on the portal. Then you see the characteristics. This is the characteristics of the job profile that you're creating. Is it a hard profile that you are not getting people? If it is a difficult, is it the easy one? This will judge your recruiter's performance. That for a hard profile, how much time the recruiter took to get the person. For a difficult profile, how much time it took. For an easy job, how much time it took. And if it is a critical job that you need somebody immediately, then you can check this. Recruiter, when they receive this request, they will have to leave everything and then start working on this because it is critical to the business. I am not checking it, but I just thought of informing you. Now this is a next chapter. That's what I was talking to tell you that when you define the job profile, you will have to put the budget as well. This compensation is basically your budget, which will be given to you by your hiring manager. We will see that later. No. And then you have options like, job exam, worker compensation code. This you will get from finance team. What is the compensation code that you have to use? Job exam means from this country people should not apply. That's the reason you have put this. Then you have certifications, competencies, education, language, responsibility, skill, all this thing. If you want to fill, you can, but generally nobody does it. The reason is All these things will already be in your job description. Now, here is the place where you put the job description. Now you see this option which says job classification. What is this job classification? How does it help? It helps you in two ways. It will classify, it will put a kind of a flag that you are trying to hire somebody as per the group. There's a job classification group or by location. In which country how many jobs are available? Which location particularly? Let's say India. In India, there is office in Mumbai. In Mumbai, how many jobs are available? Then it can give like a flag. You can use it as a filter and by job group, classification group. Let's say support jobs. How many jobs are available for support? How many jobs are available for development? That is what it is. It is not necessary again to use. If your company wants it, you can. If you don't want, you can leave it. Again, these values will be pre-populated for you in case your company is using it. Now the main part is how do we create a job profile? This is the job profile we were looking into. This is a description that you are going to get from your hiring manager. And then this is my details. I will not put my brain as a consultant. I will not put my brain what job description has come. I'll just have to make sure that I am putting the information which has been given to me by the hiring manager, because it is his or her responsibility to prepare this. It is not my responsibility. My responsibility is to just configure it, and that's what I have done. Now you see all this information. Job profile summary, you are seeing it here. Then job description, you are seeing it here. When the job profile is projected on a portal, it will not display all this background information. It will only display the information which is required for a candidate to know. That's all. It will not display any unwanted information. For a recruiter, everything will be displayed. They will see the compensation also. They will see the characteristics also. They will see the job description also. They will see the profile name, page, management level. All these things a recruiter will be able to see. This is an internal perspective for a recruitment team or a recruiter. And this is an external perspective for an individual who is applying for a job. Do you get that? The difference now. This is how your job profile works, guys. How this particular configuration happens. What is left in this chapter is creation of positions and linking of the positions with the job profile. That we are left with already 10 minutes. I don't want to start that today. You try to create the profile, but create a profile with the help of job family and a job family group. That you will have an idea. Thank you. This is what we have for today. Please do practice, and I will see you all tomorrow, and then hopefully we will complete this chapter. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.